What is up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of Professor Layton and the Curious Village. In this episode, we are gonna go to the manor again to meet with Professor Kelmy because he just called us for something suspicious that has happened, apparently. We don't know yet what. In the last episode, we discovered a whole lot about Raymond over here. When Raymond and Luke finally tracked down Raymond, they were shocked to see him being kidnapped. That is what happened last episode. So let's go to the freaking manor now to meet with Professor Kelmy. But let's talk with the people on the way to solve some puzzles, like this guy over here. Let's see what he has to tell us. Looks like you fellows are getting used to Sid Bastir. But stay sharp. Believe you me, you'll be buried in all sorts of difficult puzzles where you can shout Stachenschraffen. By now, I'm sure you've realized that you can retry the puzzles you failed to solve, eh? However, have you noticed how some puzzles just seem to vanish before you get back to them? That's right. Yeah, I know. You can go to the... I know. Here's now the puzzle for us. Beautiful. The Lazy Guard is called. The local museum has an exhibit that spawns 9 rooms, as shown in the diagram. Yeah, that's 9 rooms. The entrance to the complex is marked by A and the exit is marked by B. The security guard on duty is a bit of a loafer and wants to walk each room of the exhibit while turning as few times as possible. What is the fewest number of turns he can make while still visiting every room? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns. Well, if you go this way, it's always a turn, right? So 1, 2. It has to be more than 2. It can't be anything else. So it has to be 3 then. If it isn't 4, it is 3 then. It can't be 3 or 2. Or 2 or all 4. It has to be 3 then.
That should do it.
It can't be 2, possibly. That's impossible. What the fuck?
Ah, I suppose I thought wrong.
Then it's 2. 2. Is it 2?
There we go.
How though? You need to go to the other rooms.
Solved.
Show me, I dare you. Ah, they didn't tell us that. That's so mean. Alright, let's keep moving on. He probably has a puzzle for us. Let's see. Alright, Professor. Looking busy as usual, yup. Oh, I've got this puzzle I just can't figure out on my own here. Can you lend me a thinking cup? Of course I can. Of course I can, my dude. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out for you. Below are 6 linked rings. They may look like a tangled mess, but there is one ring that, if cut away, would leave the remaining rings connected, end to end in a long chain. Which one must you cut in order to make the chain? There's one ring that, if cut away, would leave the remaining 5 rings connected end to end in a long chain. It's not connected to B because it goes over it, you see. It doesn't go into it. It is connected to D though. So it is D. Because B is already connected to... So it's D. It has to be D. Or is it A?
There we go.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Critical thinking is the key.
I made a
to
little
success.
chain. You can see it at the top. There you go. Beautiful. I did it. So that's how you do it, yeah. I can finally rest at night. This thing has bugging me for days. Let me tell you something neat, and by neat I really mean terrifying. The thing is that I've actually seen that old man with big sack coming out of tower up north. I bet you dollars to donuts that he is the one behind all these disappearances. I wonder what he does up there. Wait, no, I don't even want to think about it. It's just too scary. Beautiful. Alright, let's go to the right. And there's my man again. What's this? Something on the ground. What's that on the ground? It looks like a scrap of notepaper. What's it say, Luke? Well, let's see here. It's just terrible. Lady Violet has an awful case of the flu and hasn't left her bed for days. I'm no doctor, so I can't think of any way to help her. Oh, what to do? Lady Violet? Oh, this journal must be talking about Baron Reynolds for his wife. My heart is heavy as I write these words. The loss of his wife has completely crushed the boss. If only there was something I could do to help. He walks around looking like he's had the wind in the knocked out of him. Ah, and that's the end. Gosh, whoever wrote this must have cared an awful lot about Baron and his family. Yeah, for sure. Alright, what do you have to tell me, my dude? You have another puzzle for us?
Hey there, Professor. I bet you're here to solve my puzzle. I'm right, aren't I? Yeah, of course I'm right.
Let's do it, of course. The longest path. Alright, let's see. Oh, I like these ones. Two boys are playing a game in which the goal is to take the longest route possible from point A to point B, as shown on the map below. The only rule is that no section of road can be traversed more than once. What course should they take in order to cover the longest distance possible between point A and point B? Okay, let's see. See, I'm not sure if this is the perfect pathing, but it looks pretty far. So I submit it and then see. Because I don't know what else. Is this it? I'm gonna submit it. I don't know if it's correct, but we'll see. It feels like we've covered the most rows here.
There we go.
It's wrong. That's a longer route.
Oh,
Okay.
how embarrassing.
Give it another shot. As a general review, you should try to cover as many of the roads as possible. Exactly. In the example above, it appears that the boy who walked the green path covered quite a bit of distance. However, as shown by the dotted lines, the road that this boy passed on the way to point B adds up to quite a distance. Ah, this is it. This is it. This has to be it. Yeah. This is totally it. I'm only missing 3 paths. This is totally it. This has to be it, right? Come on. Let's submit it. This has to be it, right?
do it.
Come on. Yes! Beautiful!
Every puzzle.
Bang up job there, Professor. Even that puzzle didn't face you, huh? Of course not. You're a pro. Yep, you're a real piece of work, Prof. You know that? Of course you do. You're a scholar after all.
Beautiful! Alright, let's go. Let's continue to the manor. Is there any puzzle over here? No, we already solved this. Let's go to the manor. Ooh, the cat. The kitty cat. You certainly have a puzzle for us. Well, even if it's Claudia out and about. And that reminds me of a puzzle. Give it a try, my boy. Of course it reminds you of a puzzle. Number 60, weighing cats. Okay. Oh, this looks complicated. Oh no. Oh no. There are 3 different colors of plush cats before you. The color of a cat denotes its weight. Example 1 and 2 show their relative weights. You have 3 red cats and 4 black cats loaded on one side of the scale. On the other side of the scale there are 4 white cats and 1 black cat. Given this setup, will the scale tip left, tip right, or stay level? So with this, you can already see that there's more white ones and black ones here. So assuming, we're all gonna give them random numbers, right? We're all gonna give them random numbers. So assuming this one, we can't draw on it. I'm gonna draw it in Photoshop. I have it open. So it will tip left, right? Because less is heavier.
I think I
Is this
got it.
correct? It is correct. Let's go.
Professor, I
So it wasn't all for nothing. God damn. This was really complicated. If you replace the red and white cats with black ones, this puzzle becomes much simpler. You could have done that as well, but I did it the correct way, the math way. Once you realize how you need to look at things, it's not a terribly difficult problem now, is it? We found a penny scrap. Beautiful. Okay, let's go into the house. I did made it way more complicated than I should have, but whatever. I have no clue how I'm gonna edit this. Let's go up. Talk to the folks over here.
Are you trying to poison me? What are these vile things? You oaf, some butler you are.
I am sorry, sir.
I detest sweets. The very sight of them turns my stomach. Get that plate out of here at once.
Oh, yes, but of course. He is so mean.
Ah, Layton, there you are.
You requested our presence, Inspector Kelmy.
My sources tell me that you've been out snooping about and interfering in my case. Just what are you up to?
It certainly wasn't my intention to interfere in your case. However, a few things just don't make sense.
Leave the investigation to the police and go chase after the golden apple, whatever it is. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. I'll find Simon Skinner. Of that you can be sure. Now, unless you have something else to say, I've got work to do here.
Understood. Good day, sir. That inspector sure has some nerve dismissing us like that. Like I said before, I don't like him one bit. What do you say you go ask about Raymond? Yeah, about yesterday, Luke. Let's do that indeed. Can't we go up again? Oh, there they all are. So let's talk to all of them. Starting with left to right. The big guy.
Oh, Professor, you simply have to help me. I've got another puzzle on my hands and I just can't solve it. As a man of the world, you know there's nothing a woman find more alluring than incompetence. I'm counting you, sir. Don't doom me to an eternal bachelorhood.
The cross shape on the pinboard below has 9 pins inside it and 16 outside it. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Remember that example, because now it's your turn to construct a shape that... can you create a cross that has 70 pins inside it and 16 outside it? 17 pins inside is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think this is it, but I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this has 7. Okay, let's try.
Luke, here's my answer.
Beautiful!
Every
Found it,
puzzle
Luke.
has an
We
answer.
found it. That's right, this puzzle is kinch? I don't know the word.
Thanks, old boy. With this puzzle solved, I feel the draft one step close to the Elsa.
What? To the Elsa? Oh, the Elsa. Like a bride. I was confused. Alright, what does Dahlia have to say for herself? Oh, Professor. How unfortunate that you're here at a time like this. I have a favor to ask of you. Please, madam, ask away. I'm happy to come to your aid in any way I can. Thank you, Professor. Could you solve this puzzle for me? Though I'm not feeling up to my challenge, it won't solve itself. Beautiful. Sure. It's the least we can do for the madam. A father and son are having a conversation. The father turns to the son and says, "You know, son, there was a time when your old man was twice the age of your mother. Of course, the next year I was only 1.5 times her age. But still, that's pretty amazing, eh? If the father is 44 years old, how old is the mother?" I'm guessing 42. Because if he is 4, then he's double the age of the mother. Okay, I think I figured it out. Let's say the woman is 1, the father was 2, then the next year the woman is 2, and the man is 3, which makes her 1.5. So this probably she's 1 year younger, so she is 43. That has to be it.
Luke, here's my answer.
Right.
Critical thinking is
Thank
the
you.
key to
Beautiful.
success.
What a relief! I can finally stop thinking about that silly puzzle. You have my thanks. Alright, let's now call to Mr. Kelmy.
Mr. Layton, you have some skill at solving puzzles, yes? I once cracked the case by solving a puzzle left behind on a note I found hidden in a crime scene. Let's see how far against it.
Note 62. Let's see. A detective... Oh my god, it's such long text. A detective who was mere days from cracking an international smuggling ring has suddenly gone missing. While inspecting his last known location, you find a note. The note appears to be nothing more than a series of numbers, but your gut instinct tells you that this note will reveal the name of the crime kingpin. Currently, there are 3 suspects in the case: Bill, John and Todd. Can you break the detective's code and find the criminal's name? Oh, I see it. If you turn it around, it's Bill, because Bill is... He sells oil. I don't know what this says, bro, but Bill. I'm gonna go with Bill.
we go?
Yes!
Critical thinking is the key
It was
to
written
success.
in letters, but then other way around. Bill is boss, he sells oil. Yeah, I was correct. Let's go. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Impressive, Mr. Layton. It seems the rumors touting your skills weren't totally unfounded. So this is one of those puzzles that can only be solved if you actually have a DS, because you can turn it around and stuff like that, you know? We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, I think we did everything over here. We need to check on Raymond now. Where is Raymond even? Is he over here? I don't know, I don't see him. Oh, there he is. Hello, Raymond. What up, old man? Good day, Raymond. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today, indeed? Fit as a fiddle now, Professor. Perhaps even as vivacious as a violin. Oh, that awful fatigue from last week seems like it never happened. As you can see, I'm bursting with energy, and my skin is soft as a baby. I feel like a teenager again. Is that so? That's very good to hear. He doesn't seem to remember what happened yesterday, does he? He has no idea what happened. Damn, that's very sus. So, what's our next move? We shall respect the inspector's wishes and leave the murder case alone, Luke. It's as Inspector Kelmy said, solving crime is the police job. Besides, something tells me that this case and the Golden Apple are more related than we suspect. That's what intuition of yours talking about, huh? Isn't it, Professor? First and foremost, we need to find a clue that will bring us closer to the Golden Apple. Perhaps one of Baron Reinhold's relations of close friends can help point us in the right direction. Of course, there's also someone else. Let's see if the family butler has anything to say on the subject. The family butler. Where's the family butler? Ooh, chapter 5 has begun. Beautiful. The hunt begins. It's finally time to start the search for the Golden Apple. Explore Sid Mystere for clues. Alright, so the butler, is he still in the manor? Is he back in the manor now? Yes, he is. Let's talk to him. Let's talk to Matthew. Back so soon, Professor. Matthew, I was wondering if you knew anything that could point us in the direction of the Golden Apple. Anything you know would be a great help. For example, did the Baron say anything before he passed away? I'm so sorry to disappoint you, Professor, but the Master never said anything of the sort to me. I'd very much like to help you in your search, but my duties here prevent me from leaving the grounds. If only Ingrid was around to provide some assistance. I beg your pardon, sir? Ingrid? So that's the other lady we saw in the painting, right? It's been years since she left, but Ingrid used to work as a servant in the mansion. She was Flora's nurse, and she often helped me with my Matthew! Yes, madam, I'll be right there. Please excuse me, sir. The lady calls. If you're curious about Ingrid, why not pay her a visit and talk to her yourself? Let's see, at this time of day, I'd imagine she's out walking around by the general store. Please do me a favor and tell her that my few sets of regards. Certainly. I'll be sure to pass on your message. Thank you for all your help, Matthew. Beautiful. Isn't Ingrid that sweet old lady we passed by before? Yeah, exactly. That's the one I was talking about. Indeed, we also saw her in that picture of young Flora. Come, Luke. Let's go find the old girl. Off we go then. The general store is just outside the mansion, right? We'll be there in no time. I'm sure they will. Well, let's go upstairs first. Just check what was up with them. I'd like to be left alone for a little while, Professor. I need some time to collect my thoughts. Oh, okay. I guess nothing. Let's go find Ingrid, my dudes and dudettes. So we go back to town. There she is! That's literally her. Wow, that was easy. I thought she was going to be further away. Well, I could search. Oh, goodness me. If it isn't Mr. Layabout, was it? Name's Layton, madam. That's right, Mr. Layton. What can I do for you, sir? Earlier we were talking about the butler at Reinhold Manor, and you mentioned you used to work there. We'd very much like to hear anything you might know about the Baron. Heavens me, you want to hear about the Baron? I'm afraid the only stories I have are from when I worked at the manor, and that was ages ago. That would be ideal, madam. Would you mind telling us one? All right, well, I suppose I could tell you a bit about the Baron and his former wife.
The way Master Reinhold and his wife would carry on, they almost seemed like to be children. You'd never seen a man so in love as Master Reinhold was. When she passed away, Flora was all the Baron had to remember her by. So he raised that little girl with all the love a child could want. The things she'd bring home for her, toys from all over the world, and teddy bears as big as herself. He was in high spirit in those days. He really wanted to give her 2 parents' worth of affection.
So, where has Flora gone?
Your guess is as good as mine, sir. I have no clue where that girl went. She left the mansion well after I stopped working for the Reinholds. Some say Lady Dahlia put Flora on the street to keep the family riches to herself, but that's nonsense. After all, the Baron cared about Flora so much. I can't imagine that he'd allow something like that. You know, you just reminded me. The grave of the Baron's late wife is located in the manor garden. I wonder who takes care of it now.
The Baron's former wife is buried in the garden. Thank you, madam. You've been extremely helpful. Luke, let's head back to the manor. I have a hunch that the grave might hold... Oh, wait, I couldn't read it. Whatever. Let's go there. Find the grave at the manor. Okay, but let's do that. Oh, at the manor. Sorry, we're going the wrong way. Go at the manor. Hey, there's Matthew. Hello, Matthew. Just walking around.
Oh, look, it's Matthew.
Good day, Professor. Were you able to track down Ingrid? Yes, we did. In fact, we were just speaking with her. I mean, no disrespect, but she said the grave on the Baron's late wife lies on these grounds. Do you have any knowledge of this? Lady Violet's grave, sir. I was just about to visit it myself. Would you mind if you came along to take a look? Not in the slightest. Right this way. There it is. Very sad. There is the entrance, sirs. Please watch your step on the way in. Aww. This is Lady Violet's grave.
Gosh, this place is really nice. It's not creepy at all.
The late Baron, rest his soul, taught me to keep this place in proper order, and I've tried to do so. Here sleeps Violet, my one true love.
This statue looks so much like Lady Dahlia. It's hard to believe it's someone else.
Back when Flora was just a tiny little thing, Lady Violet used to take her to the park in town. Some of the flowers in the garden grew from the other ones Flora planted here for her mother. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the Baron's journal. It should still be on the desk in Madame's room. It's possible that it might contain some information that could aid your search for the golden apple. My thanks, Matthew. I'll be sure to give it a once over later. Now then, Luke, we'd best head back to Reinhold Manor. Okay. Things are getting very, very sussy. Let's go to Dahlia's room then. It's a lot of backtracking to the manor right now. I do like it. It's interesting. It's like we're solving a mystery, which we are. Oh, the entire room is empty now. Where is everyone? I guess we found it. Is that it? Oh. This must be the journal that Matthew spoke of.
I have to admit, he seems to know where everything in the manor is.
There's something about reading someone else's journal that just doesn't seem proper to me. However, the investigation must continue, sir. Alright, let's read it, my dudes. Let's read the journal. A lot of reading for me. The craftsmanship of it is simply remarkable. It reminds me of my sweet Violet when she was alive.
What do you suppose it refers to?
Flora doesn't like the thing at all. I've seen her run away from it multiple occasions. Recently, she spends more time playing by dear Violet's grave than anywhere else. I'm sad to say I doubt Flora will ever take to it. I can't blame her, as I've changed its memory. I felt terrible forcing that change on Flora, but I just couldn't bear to see it like that anymore. Violet, there can never be another you. You were my first, my last, and my only. Changed its memory? Aha! So someone is changing memories. I'm not sure what the Baron means, but this is clearly vital information here. I collapsed some day ago, and have been bedridden ever since. I feel as if I have failed Flora as a father.
I can only hope that when I'm gone, the people of the village look after Flora and care for her as I did.
You must have been terribly ill.
It seems I am not long for this world, and the time has come for me to say goodbye to my little Flora. I've left everything in Brunelskar now. Flora, I pray you find happiness in this life. I've disclosed the location of the secret place in a note that I left with an old friend. It is my most fervent hope that the seeker of the golden apple finds it and grants my dearest wish.
Professor! Baron Reinhold's old friend. We must seek out this person, Luke. But, Professor, how can we possibly find that person with nothing but this journal to go on?
Haha, it's like I always say, Luke. Any good investigation starts on the street. We'll just have to ask everyone in town about the matter. Such a beautiful theme in the background. Ugh, I love these games.
What? I mean, of course. You're absolutely right, Professor. Let's get to it.
Of course, any good investigation also needs direction. Let's start out by asking Ingrid a few questions. She seems to know a great deal about Baron Reinhold. Ah, that is really, really nice. So let's do that indeed. Let's go to Ingrid. Let's talk to Ingrid. Oh, everyone's back. I'm not gonna bother right now. I want to go to Ingrid. There she is. Beautiful.
Oh, look who it is. Professor Laddle, was it?
The name's Layton, madam.
Oh, that's right, Professor Layton. All that talking about the mansion we did last time we got to reminiscing, so I decided to stop by for a visit. But enough about me. By the look on your face, it seems that you have something you want to ask me.
As a matter of fact, I do. Do you happen to know who Baron Reinhold considered his close friends?
His friends, you say? Well, he wasn't exactly what you'd call a social butterfly. I'm sorry, that's really all I knew of his friends. Oh, wait a moment. I do believe I saw that Sapone fellow pay a visit to the mansion a few times. Professor, could you be referring to the man we met?
Ah, yes, that gentleman with the fancy little moustache. We should ask if he knows anything. I would wager he's still hanging about the fork in the road just beyond the clock tower. Alright, Zapone, that's the next lead we are gonna explore in the freaking next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. In this episode, we discovered a whole bunch of stuff about the golden apple, most importantly, which is the goal of this entire episode. It's getting very interesting. I am very, very intrigued. I'm gonna record a new episode right after this because I want to continue with this game. But you have to wait 2 days. Depending on when you watch this, of course. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next episode. Yoo-yoo!